Damien Wayne's solo series got a lot more interesting with the introduction of this character. While she made her first proper appearance in the first issue of Robin 2021, she made her first cameo appearance in Detective Comics 1034 alongside other new villains that would appear in the upcoming Damien Wayne solo series. The tantalizing Flatline would be created by Joshua Williamson and brought to life by Gleb Melnikov. Since she is due to reappear in Robin number 15, I thought I would go over what we do know about Flatline for those who may not have been aware of this new character. I'm Gleb64. I like to talk about comic books, among other things, and I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below your feelings about Flatline, and let's get into it. Flatline is a character that was made for a push to bring new life and characters into the Batman universe. Characters like Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, and the Joker are all classic characters for a reason, but are tried and true in their characterizations since Batman the Animated Series has been boggled down to a science. The overuse of Batman's classic rogues is what inspired writers like James Tynion IV to introduce Flesh Blood into the series, with the introduction of new characters like Punchline, Clown Hunter, and Miracle Molly to follow. In regards to Flatline, he had this to say: "We need to be in the business of creating exciting superheroes and villains that fans want to draw on their notebooks and dress up as and daydream about. Characters like that flesh out a universe and keep them feeling young and exciting. That's what Jorge and I were trying to do with Punchline, Clown Hunter, and Ghostmaker last year. And I think that Flatline hits that mark. I already told Josh that I want to make Punchline vs. Flatline happen in the near future. And Flatline is certainly a character I would like to draw in my notebook, with such an appealing design. She has mostly gray skin and hair, a black hair clip as an accessory. She has a white skull painted on her face. She has striking pink eyes and fingerless gloves. She wears a black shirt and pants with bones and crossbones on them, as well as a black tank top with a red zigzag that I believe is supposed to look like a pulse. The elements of her character design is strong, and you can really tell by looking at her what affiliation she belongs to, as she is the sidekick to Lord Deathman. Born to a family in Russia, she was named Nika. Growing up, she had a morbid fascination with death, so much so it caused great tension in her household. One day at her grandfather's deathbed, her power seemingly awoken in her, and she learned through a vision that her grandfather was an assassin, and later at the funeral his ghost explains the nature of her abilities. When he was young, he was subjected to experiments by the KGB that gave him the ability to absorb the skills and knowledge of those who die around him, which abetted him in his murders. This ability was seemingly passed down to Nika, which seemed to skip a generation in her family. And to tie any loose ends, the KGB officers come to kill her and her family at the funeral. Using her new abilities, Nika makes quick work of the would-be assassins, but afraid of her murderous instincts, the family abandons her. In search of some guidance, Nika seeks out Lord Deathman and hopes to become his sidekick so that she may learn from him. When asked why he needs a sidekick, she simply responds that everyone needs a sidekick and points out to Batman needing a Robin as an example. Even the world's greatest detective can't do it alone after all. After taking out his goons, Lord Deathman grants her wish and makes her his sidekick, as she earns the name of Flatline. After performing all the tasks that come to her of Lord Deathman and training with him for some time, she earns the right to participate in the Lazarus tournament, where she meets Robin for the first time, and where Robin 2021 begins. You can learn more about that series here. And that's where we stand on Flatline for the time being. After being sidelined for the Shadow War arc, we will be revisiting her character alongside Robin in the 15th issue. The couple are really cute together, kissing at the end of the Lazarus tournament, but we can't really know if we should trust Flatline. Her feelings for Robin do seem genuine, but she does steal his heart for Lord Deathman to gain immortality in some sense. I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we? And as for the reason behind her creation, I do believe Flatline is a character who will catch on, like Punchline before her. Only time will tell, however. But in the meantime, I'll be here keeping an eye on Flatline and all the things she does because I find her so very interesting. So stick around, like the video please, and thank you, and please subscribe. Do you think Flatline is a character we can trust, or do you think her and Damien's relationship will mirror that of Batman and Catwoman? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for giving me your time. Gleb Melnikov 64, signing off.